What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ronald Williams back from the Outlet Podcast. It's the greatest and the latest, the boldest and the coldest, aka Platinum No Features, aka like, share, subscribe to the Ills a Lot. So I'm just sitting out the track, man, just really chilling and collecting my thoughts, man. And the one thing on my mind, really, I was gonna call this revenge, but nah, I'm not gonna sell it short, man. I'm gonna call this one growing up. Last month I just turned 30. You know what I'm saying? And some bad things happened to me, and I'm in a situation right now where I'm really just basically sitting. I've had a lot of time to think about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you get injured and you have to just sit, you know what I'm saying? It's almost the equivalent of a jail sentence, like a small jail stint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never actually been to jail, but I would think it's a lot like that. Let me turn this damn airplane mode on. I would think it's a lot like that to some extent, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And sitting down, it gives you a chance to think, man. And the one thing that's been on my mind is getting my shit together. Really just, getting my life right, getting right with God. And, you know what I'm saying? I've been going through a little fucked up situation and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dumbass shit happened. But, when you not a kid no more, when you're not little no more, you have to start looking at things objectively and be real with yourself. Like, me and my sister talked last night, and me and my sister don't really agree on every goddamn thing, but I can at least see where the direction that she probably is coming from when she says stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, despite what you might feel about whatever happened, and, you know what I'm saying, the issues that you're going through, you played a role in it. And she's absolutely right. Like, every conversation I've been into, everything I've ever done, everything I've ever fucked up, I have to be grown enough to look at myself in the mirror and really say to myself, like, Ronell, you fucked that up. Like, I remember when I first got to the Navy, they gave me $20,000, man. And it's just some things you do to yourself that you can't look back and be like, oh, man, this happened because of this. Know what I'm saying? A lot of guys catch themselves influenced by, like, women and, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas, that's why I'm such a red pill type of motherfucker, really. Because niggas really let women influence them to make bad decisions over their own lives and everything, And I've been dealing with a situation for about 9 years, I'd say. And to be honest with you, it hasn't improved. But the thing I'm thinking about it is, I'm not going to blame nobody else for it. That's what growing up is. Like, you got to look at yourself and really be like, you know what, Ronell, you played a role in that. You fucked that up. You did it. Everything that transpired between me and whoever I've had issues with or beef with or bumped heads with or had, spats with, I played a role in it. When you go to jail and you get locked up and they hand you the jail sentence, you know what I'm saying? They kind of look at you kind of crazy because they're going to look at you like, listen, you played a role in it. The only thing I've really been thinking about lately is the magnitude of my decisions, even the small ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a hoe a little bit, but I'm not like a hoe like I used to be. Well, I would hoe off a better quality of women is what I'm saying. There's certain shit I'm getting tired of doing, like hitting these little country chicks and shit. These little Bama motherfuckers that walk to the store with they bonnet on and shit. It's just certain shit you gotta just grow past. Like, the type of women I talk to now have jobs, you know what I'm saying, and have shit to lose, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be around a woman that thinks fist fighting in the street is cool. I don't even think fist fighting in the street is cool. It's just a part of me that really is with the bullshit. I still am with the bullshit, but at what point do you look at yourself and say, you know what, you too old for this shit? You are really getting too old for this shit. Like, at some point, fist fighting and getting into drama and bullshit, it gets childish. And it gets childish when you get too old to be doing this shit. Know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't own my own house right now. I don't have any money right now. And I'm being transparent with you. Know what I'm saying? I'm broke as shit right now. Sitting in my car that I paid for. And I keep thinking to myself, I need to get my shit together. Now, I don't mind kicking it at my mama's house for a while because of this travel job I'm doing. And, she was the first one to say, like, oh, well, Ronell, you don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to leave. And, you can stay here if you need to stay here. But it's at a point where I'm just like, I'm not trying to be 35 still kicking it out my mama crib. Like, I don't mind doing it, and to some extent it's all right. You know what I'm saying? We all go through our little shit, but it's kind of like, at what point do you stop doing your bullshit? I'm talking about me. This ain't including the people I'm interacting with. This ain't including the nigga that did this shit. This is including Ronell, because at the same time, like, I'm angry about things, and I felt the way about it, and I still do feel a way about it to some extent. But be real, everything that transpired leading up to me getting injured, I played a role in that. Everything that transpired to this point where I'm sitting in my mama's house with no money, I did that. This is Ronell's fault. Everything I've ever fucked up, everything wrongdoing I've ever did, every mistake I've ever did, every loan I've ever borrowed and not paid back, every, blemish on my credit, know what I'm saying? I did that to myself. And as a man, you got to be able to stand up and look yourself in the mirror, you know what I'm saying, and be like, man, you got to get it together. And that's how I feel toward myself right now. Like, I am 30 years old without my own house, bro. Like, I don't feel bad about it. I don't really, let people push me into shit because, things come when they come. But at the same time, I'm just, your 20s, I feel like, are your bullshit years. And I'm really past my bullshit years. Like, I'm literally at the point of my life where I don't have time to keep bullshitting with shit. I am 10 years away from being 40. Now, being 40, being aging and all that other stuff, that don't scare me. Being older never did scare me. To be honest with you, I embrace my age. I am a person that embraces my age. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to be an older guy. That don't bother me one bit. To be honest with you, I like myself at 30 a lot more than I like myself at 21. I really do. When I was 21, I was very emotional. I was very naive. Still am naive to some extent. And that's what growing up is, man. It's really just self-reflection, man. Like, and really understanding that a lot of things you doing that you fucked up. You can correct these mistakes. Like, I don't know, maybe my 30s will be my cleanup years or something like that. That's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just at a point with it where I'm just tired of fucking up with the same old stupid shit. Like, even being sucker punched and all the other shit, you know what I'm saying? It made me mad for a while. I still do feel a way about it. But at the same time, had I not did the events with my child's mother that led to this happening, it wouldn't have happened. I let this person that I share kids with really get me to a point where I got so angry and I did something stupid. And I have to live with that. Not saying that's going to get me killed. You know what I'm saying? I just think about it in an aspect because, my uncle died behind this same type of shit. He's been dead like 11, 12 years now. He's been gone for a while. And it's just, the first thing on my mind was retaliation and, getting back at people. And I started to send people and, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my younger guys, guys I know, he was like, man, I'll do it for you. I'll take the jail time, this, that, the third. I'm like, if I was 21, I'd have been like, kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. But now I think about it and I'm just like, you know what? As a friend, as an adult, as a man that, when you an older guy, you see long term. You don't think about, I'm doing this for tomorrow. At least I think that way. And I'm not, and what type of friend would I be to put a motherfucker in a position to handle a beef for me, which I started in a way? I can blame my child's mom for whatever happened. I can blame my nephew for whatever happened. I can blame their family for whatever happened. But to be real, I'm a participant. Any fucked up situation you go through, any dumbass thing you done to yourself or any kind of thing you had that go wrong with you, you are a participant in it. That's hard for a lot of people to say. And my sister told me that. She's like, this is going to be a hard pill for you to swallow. But you know what? I'm understanding of what I have to do now. You know what I'm saying? And then even with my kids, like, I love the shit out of my kids. I love them motherfucking kids. I love my kids. But, you know what I'm saying, like, putting myself in there and trying to help and do what I'm supposed to do as a father, being that me and their mother have a rift and everything, and all these bad things are transpiring between me and her, it's kind of just to the point where it's like, I can be a father to my kids without having to associate with her. And I'm not saying that to be ugly, but it's literally to a point where it's going to, if that dude had it on his mind to kill me, I'd be dead right now. Would be no more Outlet Podcast. None of that shit. And that's exactly how my uncle got killed. Beat the dude up, who he had issues with over his baby mother. You know what I'm saying? The nigga shot him in his back. So I'm just really sitting here thinking to myself that decisions are powerful, man. Like, some choices you make, you can't take back. Some things you do, you can't undo. And the smartest thing I can do right now is to just get my motherfucking shit together and grow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to anybody that, you know, feels like they need to hear the same message. Grow the fuck up, man. But this has been Ronell Williams from the Outlet Podcast, man. I don't want to drag this shot no longer, man. I just had a lot of things I had to get off my chest. Like, share, subscribe to It's a Lie.